Kim, excuse me. I would have never been able to talk that long without water. Never. I had to take a sip. I had to stop. I mean, that in itself to me, that we've been talking for that long, is huge. My name is Mia Ruthey. I am from the Quad Cities, and that's in Illinois, basically Moline, Illinois. I'm a high school English teacher and a single mom of my son Noah. I was diagnosed with PLS in October of '07. After having many symptoms and not knowing, it's a very rare disease. It's a form of ALS. I'm not losing my muscle tone, but I am losing the function that my brain telling my legs to move, and my speech is also affected. There's nothing more that we can do for you. The disease is rare, progressive, and chronic. It will not go away. It will progress. There are people that have had PLS for 4 years and are in a wheelchair and can no longer speak. There are people that have had it for 15 years and walk with a cane. We don't know what causes it. We don't know what makes it progress any quicker. We can't tell you where you'll be in 5 years, 10 years, but we do know that it will progress and you will slowly lose your ability to walk and possibly speak. But there's not any more information, so just live in this body and pray. The minute I found the China stem cell site and read the first blog, I thought there is something else out there that isn't in a pill and that my country is not offering because of bureaucracy and Washington, unfortunately. I knew once I read that first blog that there was something being offered. We had a large fundraiser, and I work at a high school, and so I had so many friends and students. And then, you know, everybody kind of, you have different groups of friends, and through my parents and my brothers and sisters, we held the fundraiser. We had a lot of silent and live auction, and we served food, and through all of that we raised more than enough money to make the trip, and we were just ecstatic that I was going to be able to come. And so when I arrived there, I was just hoping for anything. I mean, people were getting to the point where they could not understand me. And being a teacher, that, you know, that wasn't going to work. And my passion is my teaching. I went back to school at the age of 30, and I want to be able to keep myself in the classroom and, you know, keep my head in the game of life to raise my son. And I felt like China was the only way to do that. Before I went to Qingdao, my speech was very garbled. I sounded like I was drunk. At the end of the school year, I had to use a microphone during the end of the day because I could no longer project my voice, because these muscles here, these muscles in my throat were so tired. My legs were very stiff. My muscles are just so tight. A fatigue. It was all I could do to get up, go to work, get home, and then I was just dead. I had no energy. I was falling frequently. broken wrist, dislocated shoulder, just no balance, and I was deeply depressed over it all. I mean, my life seemed hopeless, you know, as at the time I was 43 years old, and I had created this great life, and now I wasn't even able to live it, and it was very difficult. It started to also affect my hands, where I wasn't able to, you know, grab things, drop everything, pick something up, drop it. And so I guess the biggest thing was the walking. It was very strenuous, and I was always fatigued because the muscles were so tight and spastic. I think my speech got better in Qingdao. My mom traveled over 3 weeks into my treatment, and she noticed it right away. The first day I went back to school, which was August 1st, all of my colleagues could not believe the change in my voice. My former students came back and they said, you know, it always sounded like all your words just got caught in your throat, and now everything is flowing. My students that I had August 1st, even like into October, I would be speaking and somebody would say, I cannot believe how clear your voice is. So it just continued to get better. My balance got better. I was able to walk without getting so fatigued that I had to sit or go home. I had a life outside of my job, which I hadn't had for a couple of years, because I had the energy. The stem cells not only was working on, you know, the muscles, but it gave me energy to be able to, you know, cook dinner, do laundry when I got home from work, which I couldn't have done in the couple of years prior. But, you know, it was really the people then that maybe I hadn't seen for a while that I would see, and they would be like, oh my gosh, even my look. They said, you look so good. And it was the stem cells, it was the hope, it was all of those things combined. This past school year, I had the best year I have ever had at my school. It was my 10th year of teaching. I mean, there was just a rhythm, there was just a flow with my kids. I was feeling good, and I mean, everything just worked. You know, there are people that are very skeptical, but I just say, hey, I'm living a much better quality of life after my trip there, and I'm hoping to do the same once I leave here. And you just look at me or listen to me, I'm better. I'm better because of the stem cells. They worked. They worked.